Thank you for visiting me on YouTube. Today I want to talk about Uncle Juan. Okay, let's take it back a little bit and think for a second why I said Uncle Juan. I wanted to say Uncle Tom, but instead of using Uncle Tom, I want to use Uncle Juan because this is one of those responses to Juan Williams in his book called Enough, and it has a long list of how he thinks that Black America should be. And I wanted to give you some personal feedback on how I read the book and how I interpret it, and give you a thought about Black conservatives. Black conservatives are a tenth of the community that you'll see that are the ones that parrot the negatives about the Black community. They want to try to make blacks look like they're inferior to themselves, and they always want to use that ad nauseum attack on hip hop music just to prove that they're right, we're wrong. Now, I know Black conservatives have so many good issues and they have strong beliefs, but in order for them to get an audience, they go on television or on radio, and they always be trying to make these negative assumptions about Black people without understanding that we as Americans are facing hardship. And no, I do not want to be a victim. I'd rather be a leader than a victim. And their beliefs are similar to mine, but I just can't follow their beliefs because they always want to chastise on others because they felt that they have the sense to become successful, and then they want to champion their cause to those who cannot be successful and rely on others to help them succeed in life. Let's proceed. Juan Williams wrote a book called Enough, The Phony Leaders and the Distortions of America, yada, 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 all the way down to the point where he says how we can overcome this in Black America. Anyway, I read some of the book and I had gotten a thought about it, and I thought to myself that this Black man has chastised the Black community when he should be out there trying to at least motivate people by doing mentorship, try to get people to be leaders instead of followers, or be independent like me. Don't be a leader or follower, be independent. Try to do something with your life. That's why I would look at the book as. The thing is that he chastised Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and Barack Obama as people who like to pander to race bait, and also pointing the finger and saying that they're the victim, instead of saying that due to the injustices of being in this kind of country where prejudice is still an imminent thing. And of course, with the Jeremiah Wright issue being a political ploy for the Republicans to use in the general election, I look at it like Juan Williams is Uncle Juan, in my opinion. Instead of calling him Uncle Tom, I'm going to call him Uncle Juan, because Juan Williams parrots on Fox News the same old stuff that most conservatives parrot about Black community, Black leaders, and hip-hop music. Now, I know we go back to the way Bill O'Reilly said it best. He was so surprised to see Black people in a restaurant being civilized. And Juan Williams steadfastly defended him for saying that comment. Juan Williams was the guy who wrote The Eyes on the Prize and directed some of those videos on PBS. His books and his legacy has been strong. He had campaigned with Jesse Jackson back in the 80s in order for Jesse Jackson to become the first Black president. But ever since he joined Fox News, I guess he turned cheek on the Black community, because he's been writing books slamming the Black community. He's been given a voice on Larry Elder, The O'Reilly Factor, and Hannity and Combs, as well as many other shows on the conservative side. And I believe that Juan Williams doesn't represent African Americans as I would put myself as. People like him, Larry Elder, Jesse Lee Peterson, Bill Cosby, Walter Williams, Thomas Sowell, LaShawn Barbara, Angela McGlorin, and many others like that, even Condoleezza Rice, Colin Powell, and Alfonso Jackson, believe in a conservative thought instead of believing in the liberal thought. Now, I can't determine what conservatism and liberalism is, because I'm a mix of both breeds. I'm not trying to say I'm a social conservative. I'm a social liberal. I can get along with anybody. But I'm very conservative on fiscal issues, because I believe that I do not like to be taxed, and I don't believe in giving money to those who deserve it. But yeah, I will do it if I have to. The thing is with the Black community is we're divided. We are so much into hating on one another when we're successful. And Juan Williams wrote in the book about things that kind of play eerily to what's going on in America. Right now, you notice that Barack Obama is winning the black supporters by steady margins. And I have told you before in the last videos that the Reverend Wright issue is encouraging more blacks to vote for Obama because the media negativizes Obama as what Wright said. And Juan Williams is one of the examples of, oh, I'm not buying what the media is telling me. I don't think Barack Obama is qualified because he got a radical pastor, yada, yada, yada. And this also goes with Jesse Lee Peterson. Jesse Lee Peterson is kind of controversial because he's the black guy that would be standing outside of a push office saying that Jesse Lee is better than Jesse Jackson. And Jesse Jackson's a race pusher, and he likes to shake down blacks in order to make a profit. Yeah, that's Jesse Lee Peterson. Anyway, the whole thing with the black conservative movement is basically this. They cannot get a forum because they use these attacks on the black community, and the black community rejects it overwhelmingly. Yes, we understand your views. Yes, we believe that we can change America by being stronger on issues that I have mentioned in the writings. And yes, we can support you, but your forum is a little too much of aggressive. You actually want us to just sit it out and be ignorant. That's how I look at black conservatives. They look at black people as ignorant. I mean, they're entitled to call me whatever they want. It's not hurting my feelings. But still, the reason why black conservatives never get a forum in the black community is they sell us out. Take that as a thought. Thank you for viewing my video.